Uh, from that announcement, hopefully you were able to download our presentation here. And a lot of the changes that are have been implemented as of Friday um, don't fundamentally change what's in our database, just more of a sort of a refresh of how we're depicting each of the projects, as well as making it more easy to filter in your reports to what you may be most interested in. A lot of what got rolled out in the electric transmission database when we initially started with QuickBase um, was very heavily reliant on older fields, and newer fields and newer features have been um, rolled out by QuickBase through the years. So this refresh is really just taking more advantage of showing that information um, and uh, feel free if any of the staff would like that are on the call today if they want to add anything um, about the changes. I know, I joined in 2018, but this database has been around for um, much longer in the early 2000s, and so uh, yeah. So one of the fundamental changes that we talked about already, renaming the database to be Electric Transmission and Distribution Database. This is to really reflect the reality that a lot of the larger capital programs for electric distribution are not only publicly being published, but are more more often we're capturing them in the electric transmission database. So with the name from transmission to transmission and distribution, it's just to reflect that we do have those programs. We never excluded them per se, but that over the years it's become more easy to get the details and to pull those out and report on them further in advance. So that's one of the reasons we chose to do the name change. The second change is more um, is probably the more dramatic change, which is the individual project profile overview has been streamlined now to show sort of the elements of the project and a quick snapshot. And then if you want to drill into those additional components or structures, that information is now sort of organized a little different. And one of the things with streamlining the view, we've rolled out a new project type as well as new project elements field, which kind of in the past was only captured in project type, but now we've kind of broken it out so it's a little easier to filter through, as well as a new structures field that, before when you were looking at the structure fields that were in the electric transmission database, it was, across numerous checkboxes. Now it's all available in one field. So we're gonna go over that. Um, and this page here in the presentation is just showing like from the old field that we had, project type, not project types, with the asterisks, was very long list. It was a very it could be SCADA, it could be line, new line upgrade, and it was very difficult to filter down to what were the fundamental elements of the project, and that's why we've sort of we've gone to this new project types field, and then the other elements of the project are captured in a second field called project elements. And so, for example, um, we had this massive list here for the old project type. Now every project has, can be one or more of these major elements, which is new lines, line upgrades, new substations, new switching stations, and substation slash switching station upgrades. So every project will more or less be one of these types. It can be one or more of these types. And the new field really allows you, it's a multi-select field, allows you to sort of filter down and filter out what you may or may not be interested in more succinctly. Uh, and then for the known project elements, it was across all of these checkboxes here. Um, Now we've made it more. Um, we've made basically all of these checkboxes into one field so that you can filter in, say, if you're interested in, reconductor or line rebuild, you can more succinctly pull those projects to the forefront in your reports. Same thing with any other substation properties, and go over that. This slide is just pointing out the fact that with a multi-select field, it'll allow you all in one field pull out those particular elements that you may be interested in, without having to go across all these different checkboxes, just to find particular element that you're looking for. Um, and this again is just elaborating how, in the individual project view, you would see the checkboxes, but now in the report view, it would have been multiple columns within your report. But now it can be all captured in basically three fundamental fields: project types, project elements, and structures. So it gives you a little more diversity and what you're representing in the reports. Uh, this is just going over the new view versus the old view. So in the old profile view, again, it would have been reliant heavily on checkboxes, whereas in the new view, we have just the total number, the accuracy count, whether we are estimating or it's an exact count, as well as what type of structures are what are part of the project, along with a narrative about what was, if we assumed monopole, we'll say assumed monopole. If it's, if whatever the project or the data source says about the structure type, will also include that in the structure narrative. This is real, just again showing how it can be all done in less columns and sort of give more information to your reports. So in the YouTube videos that we've posted online, we show how to update your old reports to reflect the new fields that are available. Um, we highly recommend updating your reports to reflect the new fields. However, we are, sunsetting this, and we're not going to pull the rug out by any means. We'll still allow you to have your old reports as they are, but just know that with these new fields, we highly recommend you having those put into your reports and filtering your reports, your custom reports that are saved under your seat. And so I will go over in a few seconds on how to do that. Um, this is just the other classes we're having held. Um, and this is our contact information. Everybody is here on the call now, but we also have the information of contacts available on the home pages of the website as well. Okay, so um, just be aware in the presentation we have all the fields defined, all the fields that are available, and how we define them, such as a good example would be line rebuild. We consider it to be a true line rebuild if it involves both completely reconductored and structures, new structures being involved in a line rebuild, and it would be on an existing right of way. Whereas if it's on new right of way, it's new line. If it's just a line upgrade, say just reconductoring and no per se new structures, those um, the project elements will be properly outlined, whether it's a line rebuild versus a reconductor, and so on. So, um, and in the attached presentation, we have an overview of the project profile. I'm going to go ahead and just pull up the project profile in your view. I think that it's the easiest way to sort of see um, a lot of what we're discussing here today. So if you're looking at a report or an individual project, and you pull on the view, you can see we have here, the Paint Creek solar interconnection. We'll have the usual, the map on top, the basic overview of the project, along with the new field, new line, substation, switching station upgrade. Um, and this is the old field that will be retiring, as well as the project elements. This is a tap loop fiber, and in the state of Ohio. You still have available to see endpoint one, endpoint two state, but it is also, we've consolidated into this one field if you want to just look at that. And then, we have here in the drop downs, we have ownership, um, holding, parent, utility. Still have the links to go and see all projects we have under this utility or holding company. The utility will be here, the link for particular all the projects. And then the project description, along with primary reason or driver, elements, components, or totals. This involves one station upgrade and one breaker. Um, no details on the conductor there. And then location information, endpoint one, endpoint two, um, and the county as well, the state, what interconnection region it is falling into, as well as the project history. We have the link to the generation database if you want to see the generation project profile, as well as the project profile history with the month, the year. So fundamentally, a lot of everything is still there. It's just being displayed in a different way, sort of a streamlined view. Um, And if it has any news about the project, that will also be below here. It's hidden because there is no project news currently attached to this project. So, say if you go to the homepage, you can find any of the normal buttons and reports that existed before. Um, Now the new fields are available, and in each one of these reports. So, in like for AEP here, it'll automatically have the new fields as well as the one that will be retiring. Um, it's a new field because it has an asterisk by it. Um, we will maintain that for at least till the end of 2022, just so that everybody is provided an opportunity to add in the new fields and know what they are. Um, but say for this example in AEP joint ventures, say if you were only interested in new line or line upgrades. So you're not interested in only substation work projects. You can easily, from the project types, if you select the filter icon, you'll be able to just select and say new line upgrade, and it will filter down. That we went from 783 to 185 projects. You can also click on the hyperlink to see what filters are being applied. So in this one, it's the current reported in service year 2022 and through the next 8 years, including the in service of 2100. And then it's including all of these utilities that fall under AEP. But if you scroll down, you can see project types includes, new line upgrade. And actually, it's not showing the line upgrade. Let's click that on again. So that would jump us back up to 518 projects, which actually makes more sense for AEP given the size. And then you can down here and see, okay, I have this selected. And if that's how you want to save the report under your seat, then you just come up here to the changes you've made, click on the three dots, and you can save the report as, AEP line projects. Press OK. Um, In this particular report, actually the structure field is not here. So if you wanted to add that at that time, you can come back to any column at the three dots here, hover and say show more columns. And you'll see from the drop down list, the new fields line rebuild it's just a checkbox, but a line structure types, and you can apply that. And again, don't forget to hit save for the changes you've made. So while this particular example is something we pulled directly from the homepage, if you have a report that is saved under your seat, it won't automatically add these new fields. If you want to give us permission to go into your seat and rewrite your existing reports, we can do that. But you would have to email us to let us know you would want that done for you. And then what I recommend doing, oftentimes your custom reports will come directly to your inbox. You can click on them from there. You can additionally just click on under the saved reports table, reports and charts drop down. You can see everything that's recent, but you can also see everything that is saved under your your own individual seat. So anything um, that may be already built. Um, so, for example, this report that's saved under this user seat, new line rebuilds. It's a report that we recently built. If I went here and under customize this report, you can more succinctly modify your filters. So for example, we have here project types includes new line, project elements includes the value line rebuild. But say if we also wanted to add in, reconductor, you can add another line here and say project elements includes the value reconductor. And that will really, don't forget to hit, save as or save, whichever you wish to do, line rebuild, reconductor. Save. And, I recommend, playing around with the reports on the homepage. You can't really break anything. Is there any questions as far as what we've covered so far?
Hi, Eileen. It's Jean. You did a
Hey,
great
Jean.
job with that. And Martin and Robert, I see you guys are on here too. So hello to you guys, and hopefully we'll see you at IEEE next week.
Yep, looking forward to it, Gene.
Well, I'll be on an e-scooter. I broke my foot, so I'm not going to be running around as much as normal. So stop by.
Hear that, but
Yeah, it's sort of
we'll
silly.
have space for you to park in our booth when you come by.
Oh, we'll do. We'll stop by and see us too, because I'm not
We
sure
will
how
do.
I'm going to be getting around. This scooter is breaking my back, to be honest with you.
No
So,
fun.
no fun. But thanks. And Eileen, you did a great job, and thank you for pulling this together.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you, Eileen.
Thank you. Thank you for everybody's time.
Well, thank you for the training. I needed this session. We'll see y'all next week, and have a good week.
All right.
Thank you.
Everybody take care.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Thanks,
Take care.
y'all. Bye.
Take care, guys. Bye.